you've probably seen the headlines. Tensions between the US and Iran are flaring up again.
Breaking news now, the United States has gotten involved in the conflict between Israel and Iran.
The Pentagon saying there are now more than 50,000 troops in the Middle East, with more on the way.
We have hit hundreds of targets in Iran, including Revolutionary Guard facilities.
But this isn't some new conflict. It goes way back to 1953, when the CIA helped overthrow Iran's government. That covert op was called Operation Ajax, and honestly, I had no idea it even happened. Back then, Iran had a real democracy. It was led by Mohammad Mossadegh, a guy who believed in freedom, self-determination, and genuinely admired the United States. He even met with President Truman and was named Time Magazine's Man of the Year. Iranians know this story well, but most Americans, not a clue. And that included me. At the time, I was working as a video game artist designing skate parks for Tony Hawk when a friend handed me a copy of All the Shah's Men by Stephen Kinzer. That book blew my mind. Suddenly I saw how one moment in 1953 reshaped decades of conflict in the Middle East. And I couldn't stop thinking, more people need to know this story. So I reached out to Kinzer and cold pitched him on the idea of turning his book into a graphic novel. And to my complete surprise, he said yes. So I brought in my friend Mike DeSev, a writer-director from DreamWorks Animation, and off we went. As we were finishing the script, Apple introduced the iPad.
And we call it the iPad.
And I had this light bulb moment, like, what if we used my game design background to make something totally new? A graphic novel that was cinematic, interactive, something that could really bring this history to life.
A bold and original interactive graphic novel that redefines digital comics and the art of storytelling in 210 handcrafted pages, based on actual events of the CIA's involvement in overthrowing the Iranian government.
Operation Ajax launched as an iPad app in 2011. It won awards, got featured in Wired, the New York Times, and the Huffington Post. In 2015, Random House published the print edition, and universities even started using it in classrooms. But despite all this momentum, in 2016, Apple ended support for 32-bit apps, and Ajax went dark. Now, with US-Iran tensions back in the headlines, it felt like the right time to bring Ajax back to life and make it even better. We've rebuilt the whole thing as a free open-access web experience. No app required. You can literally text a link to a friend and they can dive right in on their phone, tablet, or computer. We refined the story based on reader feedback, brought back the cinematic sound and animation, and added even more archival footage. And if we hit our stretch goal, we'll also unlock a trove of declassified CIA documents and background materials, perfect for educators, students, and anyone who wants to dig deeper. I don't pretend to have all the answers when it comes to the Middle East, but I do believe that understanding starts with telling the truth. If more people knew what really happened back in 1953, maybe we start asking better questions and making better choices. That's why we made Operation Ajax, to bring this powerful, overlooked story to life and make it available to everyone. Operation Ajax is live, it's free, and it's almost done. We just need your help across the finish line. With your support, we can complete this new version and lay the groundwork for more stories like it. So join us. Let's bring this story and more like it to the world. Thanks.